Hey everyone, Fab Fiorentino here with Planes of War. Got a soccer game in about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. So I figured I'd come on, do a little bit of hobbying. A couple guys were asking when I was going to do my next live video, so I figured why not? Let's rip a quick one tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building a Necron assassin. Obviously they can ally in with the formations and everything. Now it's pretty crazy. My camera hold is not cooperating tonight, so we'll see how this goes. But anyway, yeah. So I'm going to do a nice little conversion with you guys here. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but it will be one of those videos that we'll get to finishing it at a later date. So the base of my my assassin is going to be a third-party kit bit. It is a female. Let's see if it focuses. Female Necron. So yeah, she's gonna be my first assassin. So we're gonna be building it around her and using loads and loads and loads of Necron bits. Obviously, I'm not gonna be using all of these, but it's nice to have a lot of bits built up with one army because then the options are endless. I have been buying several additional kits, and I actually don't build those kits. I use them strictly for bits because they're just really good kits for bits. Just gonna adjust. Okay, so having said that, so the main bits I am focusing on tonight are, like I said, the female Necron bit and the sniper rifle from the Necrons. So, oh boy, this is going to be a problem. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to drop this down so it can hopefully balance a little better. I really don't know what's happening right now, but might be time for a new mount. That's alright. This one will do for tonight. My makeshift studio here. Alright, boom. Just jam that up in there. Okay, so as you can see, rocking the old Kegger shirt. This is one of the old groups that used to be in Winnipeg, run by Greg and JP. Unfortunately, it's no longer around, but the legend lives on. So anyway, so first thing I'm going to do, so the way I like to do my conversions is I try and pick out all the bits I'd like to use, try and visualize what I want to do. Gonna need my knife, gonna need my cutters, whatever they are. Let's see if I can find those right quick. This video is so makeshift, I'm not prepared, but that's okay. It's half the adventure. Luckily, I don't keep all my stuff is all close by. Snippies. So basically what I'm kind of doing right now is just kind of taking a quick scan over all my bits. I'm gonna figure out what I would like to use. So I've got an arm, I guess a hand that I'll need, and I don't know if that's gonna work. So the fun thing about this is I can just kind of play around with parts and see what works. There's no wrong way of doing conversions, which is always sweet. It's just, you know, whatever you're feeling. So yeah, I have a torso, I have both my arms, I need a pair of legs. So one kit I do find to be very nice is the Lichguard Praetorian kit. Now, hopefully after saying that, I can find a pair of legs. But legs always seem to be the piece that I run out of first. But that's not a big deal, because if I don't have legs, I will be doing some green stuff work, which probably will have to wait for another time, but that's okay. So just going to quickly peel through all these. while I do this, so I'm sure most of you have seen or heard already, we've got 2 events that have been announced, and both registrations go up on the 1st of February. I know I didn't want to drop both of them at the same time, but I felt just kind of basically I just wanted to give everyone as much time as possible, and that was really the only way to do it. So I apologize for that, but not to worry. Like the Highlander event is the first event coming up in March, and that is essentially a tournament that you can only take one of everything. The only rule to get around that is after you've taken one of every troop selection available to you, you can then double up on a troop selection to fill out your troops. Otherwise, yeah, Highlander is basically everything becomes unique, which is really cool. It forces everybody to, work outside of what they probably is their norm. Been to a few Highlander events. I actually won one of them. They're just super cool. It's very different. It's very laid back. I found a sweet Necron base I'm going to use. That's exciting. Gotta love bits. Yeah, so that is one of them. And the second event is the Plains of War. Obviously, the big GT, the big event, and that one is in May. It's end of May, 26th or 27th, 28th. And yeah, so that one's a standard. That's an ITC event. That is an event that there's a lot more. It's no holds barred, more or less. We do have obviously the ITC rules and restrictions. I know some of you thought we were going to be at 1650 this year. And honestly, that's kind of what I thought we would be based on the kind of what I was hearing. But the vote went down, and 1850 was voted upon, so we stuck with that. Oh my God, do I not have a single pair of legs? Well, this is depressing, ladies and gentlemen. But the cool thing about Necrons is everything is robotic, so if you can make it work, it will work. So we may have to venture into something a little different and unorthodox this time around. But that's cool. That's part of converting. Yeah, I literally don't have a single pair of legs left. Well, that puts. Oh, I guess I have these legs, but they're pinned down, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. Is this still working? Yeah, this is still running. Okay, cool. So yeah, anyway, so like I said, there's the 2 big events. The Highlander event, which is just a singles, everything's unique tournament, and that's just, a little more friendly, a little more casual. If you got a bunch of guys that really don't know as much about the game and stuff, it's definitely one I'd recommend. Super cool, relaxed. Yeah, super fun. And then, yeah, we got the Plains of War 1850 big event in May. So, I found some old warriors, and this guy's actually already on a base with the stuff that I use to base my models, so that's kind of spicy. This could work. Oh, see? Oh, she fell. Yeah. The start to our Necron female assassin. Dun dun dun. I love how they made a point to have machine gun jumblies. Shout out to Austin Powers for that one. But yeah. So she's got a little bit of flack on her here, so I'm just gonna tidy her up. Give her a good cleaning. No one likes a dirty chick. No, just kidding. I shouldn't say that sentence. But yeah, no, just gonna clean her up a bit here. Dan, what's going on? Yeah, so okay, we got a little more than I thought on here. I thought those were actually parts of her. Nope, gotta shave that off. Dun dun dun. So yeah, typically when I clean models, I will use this handy dandy GW tool. It is the best bang for your buck. Kid you not, if there's one tool that GW did well, this is it. But for these third-party bits and stuff, there's not as much cleaning I find to do on them most of the time, and the edge of an X-Acto is a little more precise, especially with these finicky little bits. Take old bits. Yeah, so just gonna finish cleaning her up. Just gotta keep checking the time here because I am not gonna be here very long. And then we're just gonna go to the GW bits. So yeah, I particularly like using GW bits. I find just the quality of models, as I'm sure most of you know, have just been becoming amazing. But it's always fun to use a few third-party bits, you know, to customize, make your stuff feel a little more unique, especially for special characters and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't have a favorite. I obviously do try and support local personally when I can, but I don't particularly buy a whole lot anymore until these Necrons get an update. So I mean, I'm kind of been on hold in the buying department. Plus I gotta put my new granite countertops in, and I don't know why I'm cleaning this bit because I'm not using it, but that's cool. Just gonna cut this gun off its sprue. So this cheeky part. So what I want to do is I don't want the gun for her to be across her chest. I want it to kind of look like it's over her shoulder, and then I will have another arm kind of pointing in the direction that she is going to be firing. So I've got to do a little bit of a modification to this gun to get rid of the hand that is already underslung on this sniper rifle, which is fine. Again, there's no wrong way to convert people. You know, just kind of chopping it out like that. Boom. And then obviously, because I've kind of gouged this little barrel, got to kind of reshape it a little bit. Thankfully not too much, so there's not a whole lot of work I have to do to it. And that's the gun. That's the sound this gun makes, by the way. You know. Oh, I guess next week there is open gaming at Reset on Tuesday, so that's exciting. I actually had my first game against Brendan last week. I brought out a mechanized Necron list, lots of vehicles, and let me just tell you, I had the potential to roll over Brendan, but his knights, his Grey Knights, he had a lot of the elite, like fast attacks, I think they're strike forces or something like that. They were okay, but what are those things? The bigger knights he has, oh my god, all the names escape me. Literally just walked through my army. It was hilarious. So try to keep it close. I mean, Brendan was being a nice guy and rolling lots of ones for me, but yes, the Dread Knights, thank you, Kyle. Yes, the Dread Knights literally rolled my army. So he had 3 of those, and let me tell you, that hurts. So yeah, that was pretty spicy. I think he rolled about 12 panic tests through the entire game, and I think literally he passed one of them. But thank God he's Marines and everything auto rallies. So that was kind of funny. His warlord and his and a strike squad on, I think it was 11 wounds, got wiped out. So I did 5, 6, 7, I think 7 or 8. He had 7 or 8 failed saves on 11 wounds, and like that was the start of the game, and I was just kind of like, cool, that was really spicy, but then it was just downhill from there. So, I mean, his dice still crapped out on him, but his Dread Knight's doing work. So that was cool. That was a good game, super fun. I'm in the process of putting up a battle report, so that will be posted hopefully next week. I just got so much going on, so it's ready, kind of ready to go. I kind of have all my gifts and everything to kind of make it a little more exciting to read, but yeah, it's not fully completed yet. So I got to get that up. Brendan, I know you're always the guinea pig for everything, so bear with me, buddy. I have good intentions, I swear. Yeah, so I need some glue up in here. So this one, oh, I guess it's got quite a bit left. Let's see if we can get it going quick. If not, I'll pop open a new one. So Gorilla Glue, my favorite. Some people like using plastic glue and stuff. I don't see a need. Yes, people say this melts the plastic and stuff, but like you're not putting some absurd amount. It's just a tiny bit, so it's negligible at best, in my opinion. But you know what? Whatever. Some people's preference. Again, preference, not a big deal. So yeah, here's my chick. She's looking fierce. I actually really like this torso. Gotta be honest, and I've got bags of them. Yeah, so that'll gonna be going. I got some other projects on the go. Here's one of them. Here's another conversion. Ooh, no one knows what this is. Oh yes, got that. Took the liberty of making some of these bad boys. What else I got? And I got bits for days. Necron bits. If anybody's got Necron bits, you holler at me, because I love Necron bits. Got some spicy, weird bases. These are cool. Don't know what I'll use them for, but it doesn't matter. Actually, I should probably put this guy on a base like that. We'll see. Anyway, next up. So next we got this arm here. It's off one of the Praetorian, I guess, guys, or Lich Guard, whatever you want to call them. And then I got a little hand that I'm going to use as well. So I got to clean that up quickly. The detail on these pieces are so wicked. There's some rumor floating around that someone in the Necron threads saying there's Necron rumors happening. It's like, what's going on, Yuri? And I looked at it because I was all excited, and it was the back of a Terminator Psyker. And they're trying to call it a Necron rumor, and I was just like, oh boy. So yeah, that ruined my day, but not to worry. Doesn't matter. Not worried about it. Stuff doesn't faze me anymore. Find rumors are just like, I don't know. Not a fan of the rumors anymore. Just kind of, I'll wait and see what happens, and yeah. Anyway, okay, so we got the hand ready, and now we're gonna let that sit and solidify. So pop that right in front of the camera, right there. Thanks, Yuri. So yeah, for those just joining, I am making a Necron Assassin. Yes, I made a server. For those wondering, it's a what's it called? Yuri, what's it called again? Quick. I'll tell you in a second what the server's called. I'll be posting that soon. I'm just in the process of kind of building it up. So people can tune in with me and we can chat while I do these little hobby sessions. So people don't have to necessarily look down; they can kind of chat with me. It's called Discord. Yeah, it's called Discord. It's just a voice chat. People can post up pictures and stuff like that, and chat as well, like by typing. So it's kind of a cool little way of people logging in from wherever and while tuning in, and if they want a hobby, they can chat and post pictures of what they're working on and stuff like that too. So it's a little more interactive stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going here. Again, for those just joining, the Plains of War Highlander event, 1500 point Highlander event, is going to be in March this year. It's gonna be pretty good. It's at a Legion. I can't remember I think it's the Fort Geary Legion or something like that. Yeah, so great people. You know, you got really good, nice, cheap, affordable alcohol, adult beverages. Pardon me, which is super cool. And then, and yeah, just kind of a different atmosphere is kind of what we were going for with that selection. And then the Plains of War GT is in brain fart, in May, so that's exciting. So what I'm doing right now is, I don't like the way the little bulb that connects into the socket for her arm, the way it's positioned. I'm just rotating it slightly, and then I might have to green stuff with liquid green stuff just to smooth it out again, but that'll be determined at a later time. Typically with the liquid green stuff, if it's really noticeable, I'll do it ahead of time. If it's not, I'll usually attach the piece to the model, and then fix it up later. And then just kind of like clean up where you can actually see, because sometimes you can't even see anything, or where the actual green stuff work was done. So there's really no point in doing all this work and it be hidden by the rest of the model. Oh man, Highlander lists, yes. Highlander lists are tough. I'm sure most of you have noticed that you can't use all the formations. Some formations do not work in Highlander. Don't be discouraged. That's the idea. It's supposed to take you out of what you would normally do. That is one of the best things about it. So don't let it phase you. Like, try and get creative. You know, remember, everyone else is in the same boat. So definitely, you know, pick units that you might not usually use, or you know, think of different cheeky combos, or, you know, maybe there are certain formations that, you know, may not be as good on paper in like an 1850 list, but in a 1500 point Highlander, who knows, they might be very good because everyone else is limited as well. So definitely play with lists. I would strongly recommend not being discouraged if you can't take your go-to formation. What am I doing here? I'm trying to get this to work. So what I'm noticing is, on this bit, is on the inside of the arm, there is a big flat piece of plastic. So I'm actually going to be MacGyvering this a lot more than I had anticipated. So we'll see what happens here. Typically I don't like using this little X-Acto when I cut big pieces of plastic, because the end of the blade just gets flimsy. So I resort to my big old Fat Max knife. Shows a little more commitment, and way quicker. Oh man, Yuri's already done. He's getting his last models done for the Highlander. I definitely do not. Gotta wait till the night before, Yuri, like a normal person. Get in there with the hammer. Yep. Boom. See? Look at that. Couple cuts. Stab once, stab twice. Wiggle it around, stab thrice. Boom. That is done. Now we're back to the little knife. The more precision cuts. I was thinking of doing one of these videos this weekend, but I am heading out to the lake with the wife,
She loves going to the lake, so gotta get a little bit of compromise. That's all right. She's very forgiving when it comes to my hobby, so it is only fair to return the favor. What do I got? Fat Matt. Max, damn, you got me doing it. Ah, yeah, see, Fat Matt. It'll get you. Okay, so now I have to pull a second. Is that the right arm? Yep, that is a right arm we need. A right arm. So now, basically, the same arm is going to fill that same spot. So we're going to clean this bad boy up. Hey man, winter, it's nice out there, okay? Plus the dog loves it. It's not too hot, not too cold. He likes eating snow. It's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to the spots where this is gonna make contact. Uh-oh, come on. Come on, super glue, be super. Don't be super annoying though. All right, I think that should be enough. Ooh, like a glove. Oh, look at that. Bam! Can't even tell. All right, that's what she said. Okay, anyway, so yeah, that piece is pretty much toast. So we're gonna chuck that. Guess I'm not gonna be using the sweet Necron base. Well, that's okay. All right, Rory, easy with the peppering of the. Okay, fine. You continue to do that. All right, next up. Yeah, she's actually be pretty simple. I feel like I need to add something. Maybe some like armor plates to her legs or something. Maybe like this knife bit to the bottom of the gun. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on her a little bit. But 7:43. Game is at. Gotta be there. Oh, we got lots of time. We got like 40 minutes. No, 30 minutes. We give about 30 minutes. So let's keep working here, shall we, boys? I got some more Necrons in here. Actually, might do all 4 assassins. Big old cape. Nah, because she's got her flowing hair, man. You don't want to get in. Debbie. Oh, my cleaning lady is replying. Hopefully she can make it tomorrow, because I don't want to clean tomorrow. See that slick cape? Oh, that's a really bad lighting. I think this isn't bad. Something like that. She's got some slick hair, so you don't want to ruin the hair. You never touch the female's hair. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I think this gun is gonna go up in the air like we just don't care. Okay. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna plug that arm in. Nice thing about Necrons is you don't have to worry about the unshaved pits. Value. Oh yeah, pro tips. Just the tips. I don't know how I feel about her gun in the air, but we're gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna see what happens. So because it's a small contact point, I gotta hold this a little longer, let the glue kind of fuse. Kind of see what happens here. Da, da, da. Ooh. It's gonna hold. Oh, it's gonna hold. It's probably gonna fall, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Oh, come on. I have a dream. Nope. I have a dream speech always works. Okay, so we're just gonna do this again. I don't know if I'm digging this pose, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna roll with it for now, and then if I don't like it, I'll tear it apart and do it again. Super glue. I always use super glue. I've had some bad experiences with plastic glue, so I don't particularly care to use it anymore. Some people like it, I get it, but nope, not for me. Oh, this is going to be that bit. There's always one or two bits that just, don't want to stick properly. I know, it's because it's not super plastic glue. But my torso is resin, so I don't think the plastic will work. Oh, we're at 20% on the good old recording device. So let's see what happens here. So is anybody working on anything? What's going on for the evening? See, super glue, that's what I'm talking about. Fight the power. Holy moly. It's gonna be one of those. Ugh. 60 demonettes, not a fan. But hey, they gotta get done. Errol, when are you gonna start painting or playing? I know, I feel your pain. There's always those nights where you gotta get stuff done, or you have the time. You're like, oh, I should get some stuff done, and then you just kind of say no, not feeling it. I get you. I definitely get you. Really? This is not cooperating. This is amazing. So again, for those who missed, we've got 2 events coming up. Both the registration open on February 1st. All information can be found at www.powgt.ca. We got the Highlander event. It's a 1,500 point event coming at you in March. And then May 27th and 28th, I believe. Hope I have my dates right. It's that weekend anyway. There's the 1850 second annual POWGT. Very excited. We're working on sponsors again this year. It should be good. We're going to be changing up a few things. Not everything. We did like how a few things were. I know that some of it's not usually how most people expect it to be, but especially with the way we award prizes and stuff. But yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about that tonight. Got some time here, really chill, not having to think too much. So there's a few people that made comments about in the feedback about how we awarded trophies and how certain people can win multiple trophies and stuff like that. And I know while it's usually not how we typically do things around here, our justification for it was that if you are truly the best in terms of the painting, the generalship, why shouldn't you win both those awards? If you're giving the best painted to the second best painted, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the award? Just because you want to spread the awards around? I understand the philosophy behind more people getting awards is great, but especially in our community, we have the way I've experienced it is, you know what, it's an all-encompassing hobby. You know, you got to be good at converting, good at painting, and good at playing. So if someone is actually able to do all three of those things to a high standard and, you know, achieves all three, I mean, kudos to them. They should, that is the bar. That is what you want in a player. So I think us giving awards to the second best or sometimes third best because of the way the, you know, the awards above it get broken down. I actually, like myself, you know, Scott and Kyle and Wes, we just don't think that's really right. You know, they came second, they came third, and that's great. You know, you're that close, but I mean, you didn't get first, so in that category. So that's kind of the way we see it, and that's kind of the way we're gonna roll with it. You know, we might try do some different things, but for the time being, I think that's how we're gonna keep it. But anyway, let's see if we can get her focused or not. That focusing ability is not quite working. I don't know if I like her. It's a really long gun to be up in the air. I don't know how I feel about this. You know what I could do? Kind of bulk out her lower half, kind of hide her lady parts, I guess. Give her a little tabard. I am a kind God. Now there is a body I haven't seen for a while. Ian, one of our longtime Chaos players in the community. Hope everything is well, Mr. Ian. Haven't seen you around lately. Take it easy, Harold. Have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so we've got our tabard. I'm going to attach this down below. Kind of fill her out a bit. I'm gonna need to do something with her legs. Her legs are too like scrawny. I might have to put some maybe armor plates or something. But it's kind of funny actually. Good times, good times. 8 o'clock. What else could we do? I don't know if I want to do anything else to her right now. Sometimes I like leaving models, let them sit for a bit, so I can ponder what the next step is. What to do? Oh, you know what I could do? I need to do some new bases, so maybe I'll do that. Some bases out of the way tonight. So I'm gonna let her sit, let the glue rest. Gonna put some of these things away quickly. We're gonna do some basing. So I don't know how I came to do my bases the way I do for these Necrons, but what I use is this stuff called fiber paste. I think I thought it was something else originally, and yeah, it kind of just stuck. So this stuff's, it's kind of cool, it's kind of weird. I mean, I think it's excessive for what I do for basing, but at the same time, it came out all right. So I'm gonna roll with it. So excuse me for a moment. Gotta get my box O bases. Let's see here. I need. Are these Terminator bases? Or these? No, these are too big, I think. Yeah, these are definitely too big. This is the size I need. The nice thing about using these bases is any old bases that have any like little bits of debris kind of lingering around on them, it doesn't matter because the fiber paste covers it up. Okay. Also, I've got these ones, nice wooden ones, for all my barges and stuff, because they need to be fiber pasted as well. So we're actually going to work on these because I have a lot of them that need to be done. So what I do is I don't drill them. I do quickly paste them, paint them up, and then drill through them. And there is my base. So I've kind of got a few done here, so you can kind of see what they look like in the end. And yeah, so I have a pile of them here. Need a garbage brush. Got my fiber paste. I'm gonna crack this bad boy open. Oh, this hasn't been used for a while. That's fun. So literally all I do is apply the fiber paste. Where's the fiber paste? To my base. Actually, you know what? The liquid has to the top, so we're gonna quickly shake her up and get all the contents mixed up again. Boom. All right. Just slap her down. The nice part about it is you don't need, there's no rules to this stuff. It is literally just load the base up and we'll kind of just dab it around. You know, some bases I put it on heavy. Some bases are relatively light, and then you add in your colors and everything else, so it, as long as they all kind of fit together. What's going on, Michael? Another guy I haven't seen for a while. So yeah, so literally that's all it is. Just slapping down stuff, and as it gets painted, again, ends up looking like this. You get some highlights, some lowlights, some dry brush, you know, dab in some water effects even, you know, get real spicy. Doo-doo-doo. Swirl it around. Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy, guys. Like, a lot of people, I don't know, they're not fans of basing. I find basing is just like the easiest way to get super creative. Like, as long as you make everything uniform and I guess you don't even need to justify like what kind of land they're on, as long as, you know, I don't know, it looks cool, it kind of flows with the army, the colors look right, and they're done to a reasonable standard. Basing goes a long way to really kind of tie your army together, at least in my opinion anyway. I think it was like Brock Jensen at like the first, I think it was like the first Astro I went to or something, that his bases just looked phenomenal. and yeah, kind of got me on that hype train, making a point rather to get my basing completed on all my armies. I do wish I had like a quicker way to apply this fiber paste to my boards, and I'm sure people would just say like get a bigger brush and stuff, but nope, don't want to. That's all I got. Believe it or not, I used to move it around with a toothpick on these bases because I was so worried, like I wanted it so perfect. But then I realized the more I worried about it, the more it actually looked worse, because then they all looked the same. And that is not realistic. As realistic as you can possibly be in a make-believe world with toy soldiers. But, besides the point. Boom. There's 3. Got lots. Got a little pile here. I'm probably not going to get to all of them. I only got about half an hour. We can probably power through this. You know what? Shh. Don't tell anybody. I'm breaking my own rule here. I'm going to grab a big brush. Need it. Got this one here. Let's use this one. I think that's too much, but we'll see what happens. The other guys are in our Planes of War admin chat discussing, you know, some FAQ stuff that people are encountering while building their lists. The newest one is about summoning, and if you can summon multiple units of the same name and classification. I'm excited to see what we are deciding on that. Probably shouldn't have said that, but hey, you know what? It's going to happen. People are going to find out about it, so. Mike, what are you working on these days? I don't even know who else is in the chat. I actually can't see how many viewers are in here at any given time. Which is kind of... Oh, also, Yuri is still obviously inquiring with everybody about who would be interested in doing an Age of Sigmar tournament. So be sure to let him know if you would be interested in playing. And guys, please remember that he's gonna be trying to take time out of his schedule to try and get this running. So if you're gonna say, you know, you're probably going to want to play, I mean, definitely try and make the effort to support. For no other reason than, I mean, he's putting time in to try and get something going for you, the Age of Sigmar guys. I know Age of Sigmar isn't my cup of tea, but, you know, I'll definitely be there supporting it regardless, because obviously that's what I do. I like seeing the community out and gaming and stuff and just having a good time, so I'll obviously be there. But yeah, so yeah, definitely if you want to play, if you think you might be interested in even like learning more, just think of it as a day to get more games in, if anything. That's the biggest thing. I think people always get worried when they affiliate with like a tournament, and it's just like, oh god, like what do I do? Well, at the end of the day, guys, it's a way to, you know, you pay a little bit of money, you get to play on some sweet tables with some other people, and and you literally just get a bunch of games in. And honestly, there's no better way to understand how to play these games than just, you know, throwing yourself in the fire and just figuring it out as you go. And, you know, most of the guys in the community, if you tell them, you know, it's your like first time, or, you know, maybe it's your like 5th game or something, you know, they will help you out. So definitely, I would definitely recommend getting out and playing games. I know there's always the stigma of like competitive versus, you know, casual, but you know what? The game is what you make of it. So if you go in trying your best to have a good time and just kind of don't take anything too personally and just enjoy the games, it's you know, most people are pretty good people. But anyway, yeah, so Yuri's trying to get that sorted. So I think there's a post still floating around in the Winnipeg War Council chat. If you are not a part of the Winnipeg War Council, I urge you to add me as a friend, and I will get you in that group if you don't have somebody that you know already in said group. It is a private chat, but it is by no means exclusive. Anybody that wants to join that is a part of the 40K community, definitely you're all welcome to join it. So I strongly urge you to do so. It's a good way of finding other people, you know, to trade, to just chat about rules, to set up games, all kinds of stuff. Just talk about rumors, rules questions, you know, just everything. It's just the way to, again, just all about another way outlet to build the hobby. That's all it is. Yeah, so that's that. Again, so for those have missed out, the Planes of War official GT is coming up in May. We are going to have another 1850 event, second annual. Very excited. So yeah, definitely check the website, www.powgt.ca, for more information on that. Everything is up there. How many points? The only thing, schedule's not up yet. We are playing with the idea of actually increasing each game a little longer because we are staying with 1850. So I'd like to give everyone about 15 more minutes on the schedule per game, and I think most of the guys are in agreement with me. So I'm gonna try and make that work. Gonna shuffle around the schedule a little bit. I know there's typically not a lot of wiggle room, but I think the extra time will definitely be appreciated, especially with the extra phases and, you know, all the upkeep and stuff that's going on. Damn you, Psyker players. Just kidding. Looking at you, Kyle. But yeah, so we're going to try and do that for everyone. So yeah, and then also the Highlander event, March of this year. So it's coming up soon. Both events have their registration open on the 1st of February. Obviously, there's a lot of time before the main event, but what we wanted to do is get it out there as fast as possible and even throw it an early bird. So it's only $60, and that is literally like bare bones. You know, if everyone signed up at 60 players, you know, it's pretty much paying for the room and a little bit to go towards the, you know, prizes and a little bit of admin work that we have to do on the back end of things. So I would hope everyone can jump in on the $60, you know, save themselves some money, but you know, if they don't, that's fine too, because honestly the extra money just goes towards prizes and stuff for you guys, trophies and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Again, Highlander, what is the normal max time? Oh, sorry, the normal max time is an hour, 2.5 hours. So the 15 minutes essentially can, like in the late game, literally is an extra, you know, turn each. So I know it doesn't seem like much, but after playing a lot, I can tell you from experience that in those last few turns, 15 minutes can go a long way because you know, most people don't have a lot of models left, so it goes pretty quick. So you know, 15 minutes, some people can get like 2 turns in 15 minutes each. So those 15 minutes are pretty valuable. Oh my god, my phone's at 10%. Oh. But anyway, so there's that. Sorry, Michael, I saw you were saying something about you're working on Dire Avengers. Very spicy. I know you're working on Eldar last time we talked. Now I feel like that was ages ago. You got lots going on, or how's the Force coming? Kept buying. Man, I know, me too. Literally bought, oh no, this side. Bought so much crap. Built it all and it's all sitting there in gray. Need to get working on it. Yeah, gotta get the painting done. Like, look at all these bases. These are flyer and like, no, it's not flyer, skimmer bases and destroyer bases. Oh god, so many destroyers, so many. Well, Mike, I try and do this once a week. So, you know, maybe next time I get this going, you should get at your painting table and get some Dire Avengers done. Get some Eldar done. I gotta build a new list. I play Will. When do I play Will? I play Will in 3 weeks, I guess. Or the second. Oh no! Wait, no. Where are we? Oh, we're the second weekend. Wait, no, we're still in January. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I think we already had the second Tuesday of January. I don't even know what's happening. Where am I? Anyway, next I play Will in February, so I got to build a list for that. So that's on my to-do list. I'll probably do that this weekend while I'm at the cabin. Lots of time to think out there. January 25th today. Okay, so then there's one more week. Oh my god, there's still like 2 weeks before the next reset. Reset is not next week, people. It's the first and third Tuesdays. This month screws that up a little bit. That's right. Ugh. January, I hate you. But yeah. I don't know. Just kind of working away here. Not really crazy exciting to do basing. But guys, I'm telling you, basing goes a long way to really unifying an army. Find a cool way to do bases. Man, I'm telling you, it'll pay off big time. Actually, what I do want to show you guys is a cool thing I found. So, what this is, these are called bases. So they're plates, and they have texture to them, different textures. You got clay, you've got swamp, ruined land, like a tiley look. And what you do is you put green stuff on your base, flatten it out, you spray some PAM on the top of your base, and then you stamp it down onto these plates, and you lift, and you get textured bases. Very simple, very cool. So like, look at this one. So you can see in this corner, it's rope on planks. So what I did is press this green onto here, peel it off, boom. You've got a sweet textured base. Look at that. You let them dry, you clean them up a little bit around the edges, let them dry, you got some spicy bases. So here's another one. Which one's this? This one is this like rocky terrain. Boom, look at this. Stamp it down. The nice thing is you can stamp like everywhere, and they'll always be different. So every base will be slightly different. It's unbelievable. Really cool stuff. Yeah. So I got these. War Games Bakery, not a sponsor. But yeah, like these things are super cool. They're like, I got them for like $10 each. Just through a Kickstarter. I don't know what they are now, and I don't even know if you can get them anymore, to be totally honest. But yeah, stuff like this. If you're not a big fan of basing, but you want to give your army that special touch, definitely a way to do that. Very affordable and super effective. Super effective. Oops, just stuck my finger on one of my bases. I gotta move these over a little bit here. Running out of room, boys. Got too many bases going on. Okay, we're gonna put that there. So yeah, got a soccer game in a bit. That's kind of why my video tonight was not originally supposed to be that long or too much stuff going on. My phone's probably going to actually die before I finish, which is pretty funny. But you know what? Actually, gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in. I am probably going to log out so I don't kill my phone before I leave, which is probably not a good thing to do. I'm going to finish up these last 6 bases. And yeah, I'm going to try and do a few more videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another one later tonight. Who knows? Gotta be honest, chatting while doing this, despite not actually having anyone to directly talk to, is actually quite fun. I actually enjoy talking out loud a little bit. Sound a little crazy maybe saying that, but yeah. Anyway, nice talking to you all. Happy gaming. Happy hobbying. This is Fabi Fiorentino with Plains of War, signing off for the evening. Have a good night. Happy hobbying.